Reporting in.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Branch here, strike7sports.com. This is another episode of Strike 7 Sports Podcast, joined by my co-host Brian Bada, Leo the Seabear. This is another episode of Strike 7 Sports Podcast. So we're just gonna go right into it. And tonight it's gonna be a lot of basketball, related topics, both NBA and college men's and women's Final Fours are starting off this week. But we're gonna start off with the NBA, and we're gonna rank the top teams that we believe can win the championship this year in our own order. So the season is coming down to an end. Not too many games left, and teams are starting to separate themselves from the best, from the least in both conferences. And for my top teams that can win, that I believe can win the title this year, I got 8 of them. And I'm gonna go with, and I got them in this particular order. I got the Milwaukee Bucks, the Boston Celtics, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Phoenix Suns, the Golden State Warriors, the LA Lakers, and the LA Clippers. That's my 8 teams that I believe can win a championship. Either or. For this list, they could go on a run and win the title. I don't believe in the Denver Nuggets, despite the greatest of Jokic. I don't believe in the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I definitely don't believe the Sacramento Kings. And I know Coach Mike Brown's going to win Coach of the Year and going to have the team having a great year. I think this is not their time. So that's my 8 teams right there. So I'd like to know what y'all got.
I'll take this one first. I like Denver, Memphis, Phoenix, the Clippers, Golden State, and the Lakers in the West. And then the East, I just have 3 teams: Milwaukee, Boston, and Philly. Yeah.
My top 4 teams from the East, man, I'm on with Boston, Milwaukee, uh, Philadelphia, and I'm rolling with Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Yeah, I've been with Cleveland. Cleveland, good. I like Cleveland.
They Spidey ready?
I think they ready. He got plenty of playoff experience. He never did miss the playoffs, so that's something.
You got a couple buzzsaws in the conference in the East, though, man.
Yeah, but the Cavs they'll get to, I wouldn't count them out.
That's true. As for me, man, look, I just like Milwaukee, man. I just like the way Milwaukee is playing right now. They taking the lead in the Eastern Conference. That spot was once held by Boston, man, but they've rallied after the All-Star break, pretty much. I think they're gonna be the number 1 seed, in my opinion, the way it's looking. Giannis should. It probably gonna go to Jokic. We don't know yet. We don't know that for sure yet, but Giannis should get some strong consideration for MVP. And if he does win it, I believe that would be his top third MVP, right? He already has 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be his third one, but I think they can very much win the title, man. Boston can do it just because they're experienced now, been there last year, and previous years prior to that, we got a lot of playoff experience, man. And Memphis, man, and I know people, the league, or I don't want to say the league, but certain, talking heads in our industry probably won't appreciate it. But I think Memphis can win a title this year, man. I think they can win a title this year. If they can keep the league, they can control the flow of the game, especially in the second half, and now blow these leads. Memphis can win a title, man. And I wouldn't be surprised if Memphis go over there go over there in the finals in the East and just win the series 4-1. I think Memphis is that deep. You know what I'm saying? They got the defense. They got the rim protector, John Morant. You know, he ain't scared. So I just think they got a really good formula, man. And Phoenix, you know, they've been at before. Veteran team, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, veteran squad. They know what it has. They know what needs to be done. All three of those guys have been to the NBA Finals, so including their coach. So they know know what it takes to get done. The Lakers, we know what it is with them. The team, they got pretty much a brand new team after the All-Star break, after the trades. They can make it happen along with Golden State. Y'all got anything else to add?
One it's just about Cleveland. The reason why I don't consider them a contender, I think they're one more piece away. And doesn't mean need to be a big time player, just a really solid role player. I think they're lacking that. And so that's why I don't take them as serious contenders. And they may even lose the first round to the Knicks. Julius Randle is out. And so that gives probably gonna give the Cavs an advantage. And they may win that series, but we'll see if he's able to come back and how many games, if that's the first round series, he's able to play in that series.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
that Leo. Go ahead.
for me, I think that it'll be I know y'all the team that we all talking about. I know y'all probably seen on the websites and stuff. The Los Angeles Lakers, man, they're hot. They're hot, man. Even with this whatchamacallit, with this new fabled lineup we got. I mean, they 4-0 when Bron, D'Lo, and AD play together. They 4-0. So and I think you see a lot of the posts, a lot of people, a lot of these people having them going to the finals and stuff and making it out the West. I think I think they can make it out the West, but the question is, can Bron and AD stay here? If they stay healthy, a lot of folks in Memphis don't want to see them in the first round. A lot of good teams, the Nuggets don't want to see them in the first round. Yeah, so the Lakers, I gotta add them up there in the midst of contenders too, because ain't no way you can say no team without Bron, a healthy Bron and a healthy, D'Lo and AD are going to not do well.
Okay. But what about the Clippers, man? Because I got them on my list as a team that could win a championship. Kawhi and no?
Now go ahead. I want to hear why you have them.
If Kawhi come out there, stay healthy. Paul George, he stay healthy. The rest of the supporting cast, they locked in. I think they can make a run. What y'all think?
Go ahead, Leah.
I just don't see the consistency. I honestly think that they're a good team, and obviously they have a lot of top end talent. Uh, I just have my question is, number one, with the Paul George stuff, with him not being back and him coming back for the playoffs, like what would the team look like? Can Kawhi be consistent? Because obviously they have the talent. Last night when they beat Memphis with just Russ, pretty much that showed they had the talent to win. But my question is, like, consistently, they known for being the Clippers. They known for choking away playoff series and stuff and whatnot. They got a reputation, in my opinion. So unless they got to show me something, DB. Like, they got to show me something, because every year it's about Tyler. We talk about Tyler being a great coach. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he hadn't did much the last few years. So, I mean, besides the conference final, I mean, yeah, they made the conference finals one year, but let's see what they can do. That's basically. I want to see what they can do.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, you never know, man. It's just, every team, got their year, man. When they could go on a run. In the West, this is the right opportunity for them to go on a run. Because there's like clearly no like team that we could say like, oh man, they're a juggernaut. It's gonna be a problem. Everything is setting up for them. So we'll see everything play out. But that's my pick right there. What about I didn't put him on. I almost put him on the list, but y'all think the Miami Heat could be a sleeper team?
No, I just don't think they have enough. You make case Eric Spoelstra is arguably the best coach in the league. But the Heat they just don't have enough, in my opinion, to make a run. I could see them upsetting someone in the first round. Like if I'm a higher seed, I don't want to play them in the first round. But I don't think they're a legit threat to. Maybe they can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but that's about it.
Okay, go ahead, Will.
Personally, I don't think they a threat. Like they got too many fallacies and weaknesses. Like they don't have much depth. They don't have you got 9 undrafted free agents on your team. Have more than half, that's a lot of unfree. They don't have it. The top end talent is there. Cal Lowry is completely fallen. Aside from Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and maybe Tyler Hero, what are their sure things? They don't have too much guaranteed. The depth is not, like I said, the depth is not there at all. They don't have any depth. And while yes, you play your top guys heavy minutes in the playoffs, question is with them, will those guys break down? And I know Spoelstra is one of the best coaches. And last year, no doubt, they made a run to the conference finals. They lost that series partially to Boston because they got tired, man. They got tired. If Kyle Lowry doesn't come back to at least being a summer where he was, they have no chance.
They have no chance.
Nope.
Okay. I mean, to me, man, I get blasted for this sometimes, but in the past, I feel like Eric Spoelstra is like only good as his talent, in my opinion. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but that's how I see it. You know, so we'll see everything play out, man. But Heat, they may do something. They may pull off an upset. So we'll see. All right, so moving right along. So we're still on the topic of the NBA Finals, teams that can get to the championship. So next topic is which team, player, or coach is under the most pressure to win a championship or get to the finals this season.
I take this one, and I'm gonna say Doc Rivers.
Right.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I picked the Sixers to go to the finals. Like, yeah, I still think they're coming out the East. Like, I ain't gonna lie, people sleeping on them. Nobody. We talking about Boston and Milwaukee, but shoot, I wouldn't be surprised. I see the Sixers in there because they have the talent. The talent is there, obviously. They got a big three. They big three: Maxey, Harden, Joel. That's their big three. That's what they roll on. Doc has a lot of talent. They have solid depth. I think they're really probably one of the deeper teams in the NBA, in my opinion. And personally, there's no Joel they want to win. Harden, it's his last year for free agent. They want to win. They want to be in the NBA finals. But I think it's the expectations that they get there, or there may be some heads that turn because there's no excuse. If they too good, they are too good. They are, and I know Philly hasn't had that breakthrough. I don't think they made conference finals in 22 years, but this is the year they get through, and I think Doc Rivers is under pressure to get that done. Because if you don't get that done, then it's through. And I think he may. I wouldn't say going after this year, but it's gonna be a lot of murmurs next year.
So if he is gone, what do you think he goes? He goes back. He goes to another team where he like takes a little break.
You gotta take a break.
Yeah, go to NBA countdown or something.
Yeah. I think he'll go to the media. Maybe college if he really wants to coach. I don't think. I'm just saying.
Nah,
I could see him doing college, but
he's not a college guy, man.
But if he does anything, it'll be probably in the media. I think he'll be done coaching. And he has nothing to prove. Did he maybe get a little lucky winning the title? Yeah, but he still won a little. Look, I mean, Andrew was out. And every team needs a little luck, so I'm not like blaming him for that. But I mean,
My issue with that title, man, is that I haven't seen that team makes so much noise about that one title.
that's what I meant to say.
They
Yeah,
make a lot of noise about that
yeah,
championship.
yeah. That's such it.
Anything else to
But
add, Leo? Yeah.
You right about the noise when it comes to the title because I have never seen a team milk a title like that. I mean, milk
Yeah.
like they milk like a cow. Like my
Yeah, I got
goodness, okay, we get y'all won a championship, but then after that, okay, you made the finals one more time, but come on now.
they done got like jobs in the media because of that, man. Like built platforms over that stuff, bro. For
yeah,
Yeah,
real. But for my teams, man, I got like three of them, bro. The Suns. Come on, man. It's time. Y'all had the best. Did Phoenix have the best record last year in the league,
yes,
number one seed? They didn't get it done. The year prior, you had Milwaukee on the ropes till they swung the momentum. It didn't get it done. This year, like we all said, the West is wide open. It's your turn. You got Kevin Durant. You gotta do something. The Clippers. I know y'all say that. Y'all saying didn't have a shot, but Steve Ballmer just spent all this money for get Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. You got Russ. You got man. You can change coaches out. It's your time. And like I know I said I don't see the Nuggets win the championship, but you got to at least get to the Western Conference Finals or get to the NBA Finals now, man. In my opinion,
yeah.
because Jokic don't won MVPs, back-to-back MVPs. You haven't really done anything outside that little bubble Western Conference Final where you knock off the Clippers, almost try to like push the Lakers, but it didn't happen. But you haven't done anything beyond that. So I think it's the Nuggets. Yeah, and I do agree the Sixers to a certain extent has to do something, man, because you got Joel Embiid, James Harden. You got rid of Ben Simmons. You gotta do something, man. So that's what I think. Is for more in particular for me, it's Suns, Clippers, and the Nuggets. Y'all got anything else?
I was gonna say, yeah, I agree. The number one team is the Sixers. I believe if they don't get to at least the conference finals, someone's getting fired, and more than likely it'll be Doc Rivers because Darren Moore never hired him, and he's not going to get fired. And I don't think James Harden leaves, but there's been a lot of rumors about him potentially returning to Houston, so that'll be interesting to see. And then the Western Conference, I got a few. I don't think Phoenix is there yet. Because they lost some depth, so they may need to add more depth out this year. But you want to see them make a run. A few good teams aren't even going to make it out of the first round, and then uh, they won't even make it to the conference finals because the West is just so stacked. Well, when I say stacked, a lot of teams would just be playing each other. Um, so the Nuggets are interesting. I don't think Michael Malone will get fired, but there's a Denver guy. I'll probably thinks that he could get fired, and so we'll see about that. Ty Lue, I think, is on the hot seat too. We'll see with the injury situation, but I think you got to at least push whoever you play in the first round. Um, because Steve Ballmer, he'll make a move. I don't know if it'll necessarily be Ty Lue. It could be Lawrence Frank, who's been there forever. But a move will be made if they don't get where they need to be. You can believe that. Steve Ballmer is, in my opinion, one of the more aggressive owners in all sports, and he didn't get there by not being afraid to make moves. So he'll make a move happen if they don't get where they need to be.
All right, so I'm gonna bring this up to y'all as well. So, I mean, if you're like Denver, the Clippers, or Philly, you're not going after Steve Ballmer? Not Steve Ballmer, man. I'm tripping. Emi Udoka?
I think I put in the group chat. I think Ime Udoka could go to the Rockets. I could see that being a good fit, or even replacing Pop in San Antonio. But I'll be stunned if one of these contenders hire him. Not saying he's not good enough, but I'll be stunned if one of them hire him. But I could see. I even saw a rumor about the Raptors, but that's if only Nick Nurse leaves, and I don't see that happening. As long as Visage there, I think Nick Nurse will be there, unless if he really wants he wants to go to another job. But I don't see that happening. But Ime Udoka to the Rockets or the Spurs makes a ton of sense.
Got any ad lib?
Ime Udoka, man. Shoot, I wouldn't be surprised if Doc got fired. I wouldn't be surprised if Philly made a run at him. Shoot.
Yeah.
You get your nemesis former coach. And I know that they've been Missoula has been had him rolling since he took over, but shoot, pick his brain, shoot. I would definitely give if I was a contender, I wouldn't see anything wrong with hiring a guy like a Udoka type. If my team doesn't do as well as I think, like maybe I don't think Doc gets fired, but maybe like I said, if a Philly or one of those teams as a fringe contender, if they don't get where they need to be in this playoffs, I can see them. Or Brian, like Brian said, maybe if a team that completely bottoms out like the Rockets, or shit, I wouldn't be surprised if and I noticed he just got the job back. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if Steve Clifford got the boot eventually. But shoot, the Hornets are terrible. That's a shame. They fired their coaching got worse. Borrego had them winning games last year. Like they were winning like 40. They won like 40 some games last year. They just didn't make the play in. But this year, well, they did make the play and they lost. But they this year team. I know Bridges not having Bridges and LaMelo hurt a lot, but they just look awful. So
Is that a Jordan move?
Huh?
That was a Jordan move to bring back Clifford.
Now, remember what happened? They had a deal with Kenny Atkinson, and he decided, with his family. State. Yeah, he didn't, and I don't blame him. But it was I would have taken the job, but I understand his kids didn't want to move all the way across the country, and he didn't want to do that. So he just wasn't ready to be the coach. So that's why they brought Clifford, which I don't think was a bad idea. And lately, they've been one of the best defensive teams. So finally, they're starting to get together. They just had a lot of injuries. We'll see what their draft pick is. And Michael Jordan may even sell the team. So that's another interesting aspect. But the Hornets, I think their future is bright. They just got to add more talent around LaMelo. And LaMelo, if you want to be one of the last team standings, he's going to have to improve defensively. And it doesn't mean you have to be a great defender, but you got to give more effort defensively.
Yeah, so we'll see. All right, moving around along. What up?
One more thing I was thinking of. Where do you think Bob Myers could end up? Because when you were talking about at first that's who I thought you were bringing up. The Clippers would be interesting because Steve Ballmer has that money, and he'd be willing to pay for him to do that, to hire him. And I think he could end up leaving Golden State. So that's another interesting offseason storyline that we got to keep an eye on.
All right. So moving right along, we go talk about the NFL and the NFL draft. We got on this thing on Zoom. We got like 9 minutes left.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, we're gonna finish the next topic on a different segment though. But we got 9 minutes left. We're gonna talk about the NFL draft, and on my screen, I'm gonna talk about Anthony Richardson. I'm gonna list a few teams. You're gonna say y'all say boom or bust. Boom means he's gonna be a really good football player for that team, a really good quarterback. Bust is the obvious. So let's say Anthony Richardson goes to the Houston Texans. Boom or bust?
I think they have a good bridge, Case Keenum. So I'll say boom. It all depends on the bridge to me.
What you got, Leo?
I'm gonna say bust. I don't think the Texans is for him.
All right. I'm gonna say bust as well. I don't know, man. I wish the best for you, boy, D'Amico Ryans, man, but I don't know, man. Indianapolis Colts, boom or bust for Anthony Richardson.
How you doing?
Go ahead.
All right, I'll take this. Boom. This is the perfect fit for him. If you look at Jalen Hurts and Anthony Richardson, I know Anthony Richardson has more physical traits, but they're similar quarterbacks, and as Minshew's a good bridge, and I think he could work wonders with the Colts and working with Shane Steichen in particular. So I think this would be a big time boom.
All right. Seattle Seahawks. Boom or bust.
I say this is a tricky one. I'll say boom because I think he's going to sit behind Gina. The question for me is how long will Pete Carroll be coaching? Who's the offensive coordinator? And so that's really that's why I was kind of hesitant, but I'll say boom.
And then you want to add, Leo? All right, man. I'll say boom for Seattle, man. I just think that's a good situation for him.
Well,
Go ahead.
I think
Go ahead.
Anthony Richardson. You talking about if he went to the Seahawks?
Yeah.
I think it'd be boom because Gino was very selfish. It's going to be a very experience for him, and I think that he would be able to, sit behind him and learn, and just, how to be a pro, and just harness his talents there. And he'll learn. He already has the physical talents, but obviously he'll gain so much mentally from a mental standpoint. And I think it'll be boom. I think it'd be big boom. And I think whoever the next head coach is, when Pete Carroll ever decides to retire, they'll be in good hands.
Okay. Yeah, I agree as well. I think it's gonna be a boom, man. I think that's like one of the best places for him to land outside of like Indianapolis, man. You got the pieces already there. You got a quarterback that's successful, who has already, went out on record and said that he is not phased by a rookie QB. He wants to mentor a rookie quarterback. So you got that working in your favor. You got wide receivers on the outside. You got a good running game. Tight end is legit. You bring back Bobby Wagner. Defense is getting built up back again. You got an offensive line, like unlike Russell Wilson had. So you got that's a good situation to be in. So I would say boom for that one. All right. Your team, Leo, the Las Vegas Raiders. Boom or bust, Anthony Richardson.
I'm I'm a, I'm gonna say boom because he's gonna be with an offensive guru in Josh McDaniels. He's he's gonna be with a coach who who knows how to work with quarterbacks. Shit. And Josh, I trust him to groom a guy like Anthony Richardson, who would probably be the most physically talented quarterback he's ever had from a physical talent standpoint. I feel like he can harness that arm, and he got a kid. He probably had the best arm that he's ever had as a quarterback. Like, with all respect to Tom Brady, like Tom Brady don't have that arm, maybe Richardson guy. So,
Right.
I want to say boom, and he gets to sit behind Jimmy Garoppolo, a guy who many people probably laugh at, but the guy's a winner. He's won games. He's won games in the NFL. He's a solid quarterback, and I think overall his Richardson's development is where regardless of Seattle or Vegas, he's gonna sit and learn behind experienced quarterbacks who know how to win games in the league. So that's a plus in itself.
What about the Atlanta Falcons? Boom or bust?
I'll take this. I'll go start with the Raiders real quick. I'll say boom because of the reasons.
Yeah.
Falcons, this is a really tricky one. I'm surprised they're even interested, but I would probably say this may be one of the few ones I'll say bust on. They still building some pieces, and Arthur Smith's a good QB coach, but I just don't know if the fit's there. And so I'll say bust for this one.
Yeah. What you got, man?
I'm gonna go with bust simply because I know he has a lot of talent. He has a lot of talent, and I just don't think Atlanta's the place for a guy like him. I know Arthur Smith is a very good offensive coordinator, good offensive coach, and he could probably work with Richardson as. But I'm a I'm gonna go with bust on this.
Why is that?
Huh?
Why is that?
I'm Atlanta Atlanta's a few pieces away. They need. I know they got the receivers. You got it, Drake London. You got the Pitts, and Pitts has got he took a step back last year too. I think they need. I think they need some more pieces. Personally, I think they need. I know that line is that they got a few guys on the line that are like, well, but I feel like they need some more pieces. They definitely need a number two wide receiver with some more wide receivers outside of London, definitely. So I would I hesitate to say bust, but I don't think it's a boom. Somewhere in the middle.
Yes, yeah, I think, yeah, me too, man. I think it's somewhere in the middle, man. I think it could work and it cannot work. The thing with Atlanta is that they'll have success one season, they'll pop, and then like the next season they'll regress. And then it's the next season it'll get back to that level, then it'll regress. So I mean, I don't know if it would happen for Anthony Richardson out there. So we'll see everything play out. Hey, well, last one, man. Final four picks, man, for the men's final four. Who y'all got?
Men's Final Four. I I've been going back and forth. I'll go with I think FAU's run comes to an end. I got San Diego State in the first. And I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna go with Miami. I think if there's one team built to beat UConn, I think it's Miami. They have the guards. They're gonna have to hit some threes. They're able to come back making a lot of free throws against Texas. I don't think he'll be able to do that against UConn. But I feel like they're gonna win a close one. One thing about UConn, they've yet to be in a close game, and throughout the entire season, they've not won a close game. And so if
1
they
minute.
get it, they can end up losing. All right. And then the women's one, South Carolina's going to win. So, yeah.
All right. What you got, Leo?
When it comes to the men's tournament, I'm gonna go with Miami, and I'm gonna go with FAU. I don't want to pick against that. I really don't want to pick against San Diego State's defense. It's elite. Everybody knows that. But I feel like this FAU run, FAU is legit. FAU is legit. They're legit, and I think it's an all Florida national championship game on Monday night. Miami versus I went with the two underdogs last Sunday. They were both underdogs. I'm gonna go with it again. FAU versus Miami for the title.
Who you got with it?
Miami, Florida Atlantic, that would be a great run, but Miami just would be too much.
All right. I'm going with